Hello, my sugar plums. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's been a while since I actually did a actual voiceover on my channel, but forgive me because my life has been very hectic lately, so it's very hard for me to actually sit down and do like voiceover on the videos. But today we're gonna be testing out those molds that I got on Amazon, and I got them with my own money, so this video is not sponsored. I just wanted to check out those molds because they look amazing. I call them the goddess mold, but they are basically women, like a bust mold that doesn't have the arm and the head, but let's be honest, only a goddess can look like this. But anyway, guys, because I was doing like a deep pour, those mold, I believe they're like 4 to 5 inches deep, so you need to have an epoxy that can do deep pour. You cannot do it with your regular, tabletop epoxy or your coaster epoxy or anything like this, because what will happen is that your epoxy will flash cure and you will only have a very cloudy, hazy project. It's not nice. It will not look good. You'll just waste your epoxy. But either way, so this is the epoxy I got to do it, and this epoxy is a 2-to-1 ratio. Basically, if you're gonna make 2 part A with 1 part B, or vice versa, you just have to follow the instruction that's on the epoxy jar or gallon. And also make sure that you wear your protective gear, guys. Make sure you wear your mask, your glove, and glasses if you have them, and make sure you're in a well ventilated area when using epoxy. Very important, guys. Safety first. I'm went and mix out 300 ml of epoxy. I believe it's 2 part A and 1 part B. You're gonna mix them quite well for about like 8 minutes, and you're gonna let it sit. Just let it sit, guys, so the bubble will rise to the surface. The epoxy is not gonna cure and start curing anytime soon, so you have time. Take your time. It's not gonna heat up. It will take probably like 2 days to start to cure, but I did let my goddesses stay for like 3 days before I demold them. For the first one, I wanted to do just flowers, but I wanted to do 2 different look. So the first one, I had a rose that I had dry up. This the rose I showed you before, guys. It is a real rose, but because the color was changed so dramatically, and I wanted to have the color pop a little bit, so what I ended up doing after it had dried completely, I went and put like a very thin layer of UV resin on it, and I put like those chunky red glitters on the rose petal itself, and let it incure it. And because I wanted the color to pop, I hand dried those air dried those roses, and the color kind of changed to like a brownish color. It is completely dried, but they've been sitting there for a while, so that's what I did. For the first one, I went and decided to do like a palette of color with a flower and leaf and stuff like this. But what I did is I put a little bit of the epoxy inside the mold and kind of turn it, so I have the whole mold wall itself with the resin. And what I'm doing right now is just taking all my plants and my flowers, and I'm putting them and I'm pressing them into the mold itself, and so I can have the middle empty, so I can put those white flower in. And I make sure that I have like those kind of sunflower looking inside the little the boobies of the statue. So that's what I did. And then once I finished doing that, I have all my flowers, my plant and my leaf and my flowers inside, and I was satisfied with it. I'm just removing like a little stem that was sticking up. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour clear resin into it. I want this one to be clear because the flowers and the leaves, they already have colors, so I don't want any color in this one. And you can see me, I'm kind of pushing and pushing, making sure any air bubble that's trapped there, it's gonna rise up to the surface. And you have to keep an eye on it, guys, because throughout the day you'll have bubble rising up to the to the surface. So make sure you keep an eye on it so you can pop them out, and do not use alcohol ink to try to pop those bubble. I found that, and when I use alcohol ink, I try to use alcohol ink to pop the bubble, it make like that film on top of it, so which I had to remove. So do not use alcohol to try to pop the bubble. And if you're working with a larger mold, you can use your heat gun or your torch, but because I didn't want to mess up my mold, so I just popped them myself and let them keep an eye on them. For this one, I wanted to do just a single rose, but I added just 1 drop of red resin tint on it to give it that very reddish tint on it, because I didn't want to add anything else on it. So but I wanted to have a little bit of color in this one, so that's what I did. Again, the same thing, put my rose and make sure my rose sit right in between the girls the boobies, and then I put my colored resin on it, and then I went and let them sit for a full 3 days, guys. I covered them, forgot about them. I had to use a lot of patience because I'm used to like go on the same day, remove your thing and see your project, but this time I put them out of sight, cover them, and then I didn't go back to them within 3 days. Now I went and start removing the mold in them. Now this part, be extremely careful if you do end up using those mold. I'll put the link for you guys. You guys know it's gonna be inside the Amazon store. Everything that I use, I always put them in the store, so you can just go and find them. It was very easy to remove because those molds are very rubbery, very stretchy. You can just kind of push and pull and remove them, but the bottom part is very, very sharp, so be extremely careful when you're using if you're using that mold when you try to remove it, because if you get cut, it's like a knife, so be extremely careful. But that being said, oh my god, it is absolutely stunning. Look at this, and look at the flower sitting like in the girls. Very, very beautiful. Again, those are goddesses mold for me because wow, they look amazing. I don't know who they took as a model, whoever did this mold, but yes, they look amazing. Very beautiful women bodies and absolutely stunning. Now the one thing I'll say about those molds is they're like kind of mix. It's not glossy, it's not fully glossy, and it's not fully matte. You will see some part are very glossy and shiny, and some part are very matte. So that's one thing I wish those molds were either completely glossy or they were completely matte, but I don't mind the texture either. So again, like you can see for this one also, I have the same very sharp low bottom part, so do not try to hold your mold there when you try to pull it them, remove the statue from the mold itself. Don't hold it there or you're gonna cut yourself. Be extremely careful, guys. But that being said, it's very, very easy to remove them from the mold itself. I was very surprised because I guess it's because the mold itself is very rubbery and elastic, so it's very easy. But look at this one, very, very beautiful. I love the tinted like red. It's still clear but very like, you have that beautiful red color in it, and the rose is sitting like right in between the girls. It's almost look like it's like a top that's on her, but it's actually very beautiful. So I went and sand the bottom part where it's sharp, and you can use like any kind of tool to remove them, but I went and using like a nail file, and I kind of file them out and sand it out, and then make them like nice and smooth to the touch. But I'm showing right now, I did not have any bubble except for one big bubble that was like under the arm. Actually very easy to remove and fix, guys. Talking about that, I just sign up and using the join me on my YouTube channel, where we'll have my own little community with you guys. If you join me, it's only 99 cents. You can just join, and then you have have like special emojis, special badges. Your question will have detailed answers, and also I'll put like videos like that I'm not gonna put on the main channel, the regular channel itself. It's only gonna be for members, like showing you, for example, how you can easily fix like a bubble that's like an air bubble that's kind of pop and you have like this pocket on it. I will show you how to fix them. I also put a video showing you how you can turn those low statues into like a lamp. Now I got those low bottom part lamp stand. Those all have LED light in it. You just have to plug them and then you can use them as a lamp, but you know, you cannot just plug them like this. I will show you how I turn them as a lamp, and those are just special video that I'll put like, you know, on the members only channel. So just go ahead and help me out and join us and become part of, you know, the family even more, the inner circle, I will say. So guys, let's go ahead and you know, just make it more fun. Let's make it more fun to enjoy yourself using this video. And also you can give me suggestion on what you guys want to see, what kind of video you will love to meet me to make next. So this is that. But again guys, I'm just showing you right now what they look like when you put them on the lamp. It's not doing it justice because it's so bright you cannot really see how beautiful they are, but when you put them on the light you can see the inside, all the very beautiful detail. Absolutely gorgeous statue guys. Really hope you guys try those molds because they are very fun. And next time I'm gonna get the male version of it, I think. But those are beautiful. My little daughter actually loved them, and she will take them and go put her little doll clothes on them. Oh my god. And she's like, mommy, look at them, they have clothes on now. But absolutely beautiful. Which one is your favorite guys? I'm leaning more toward the one that have the plants and the flower in them, except for the one that have the rose, which is still absolutely gorgeous. But I love the, you know, the colorful you know, orange and green on the other one. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, those molds, make sure that you know they're not fully completely glossy and they're not fully matte. It's just a mixture of the two. As you can see, the part of the top where you have the bust is a very like a glossy, kind of almost look like it's wet. It's like a texture mold. It's not fully soft, like completely like smooth. It's not like your glossy shiny type. It's like texture, but it look like, it's almost like it look like it's wet, but it's not. And the bottom part, it's more like a very matte type. But that's it for this video guys. Let me know down below which one is your favorite, and I hope you'll sign up for the join me part, and then we can have more fun guys. I can't wait to see you there. And guys, as always, you know the deal. Be blessed and stay blessed. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
The same, the colors are